1 year after the death of Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine at the Battle of Endor, the clone trooper Klick, one of the original Jango Fett clones created upon Kamino, thought about the events of the previous 26 years. Certainly, he was a veteran of the Clone War, but the past 2 decades were dominated by his allegiances to the Empire, serving within Palpatine's Stormtrooper Corps to bring peace and order to the galaxy. The last year since Endor had seen another drastic transition for Klick. Disappointed with the way the Empire fractured after the death of Palpatine and the endless infighting, the clone found a new alliance with the mysterious being known only as Lord Shadowspawn. While Klick would be inspired by Shadowspawn's ambitions for the Empire, it was what the former prophet of the dark side and Palpatine ally told and showed him about Vader's treason on the second Death Star that would change Klick's life. What Shadowspawn showed Klick regarding the death of Palpatine at Endor would cause the clone trooper to profoundly hate Vader, and in my opinion, represents one of my favorite reveals within the Legends lore. Klick was motivated to join Shadowspawn 1 year after the death of Palpatine when the clone was shown a reenacted holo-recording that supposedly detailed the true events of Vader's treason in the Emperor's throne room upon the second Death Star. After watching the recording, Klick would come to see Vader as a monstrous coward, and Luke Skywalker as the true heir to Palpatine's throne. As seen within the novel, Luke Skywalker and the Shadows of Mindor, Klick, like most clone troopers, knew that Vader had been a creation of Palpatine, a beneficiary of the Emperor's charity and generosity. While Klick didn't know every exact detail of Vader's true identity, the clone knew that Vader's life was saved through cybernetics at the behest of Palpatine, allowing Vader not just to live, but to become the most feared man in the galaxy. This charity from Palpatine only made Klick hate Vader even more for his betrayal, for while the holo reenactment was powerful, it had the true events upon the second Death Star almost completely backwards. It set out how Vader's ambition had grown uncontrollable, wishing to take the throne one day for himself. At the same time, Klick understood Palpatine's desire to acquire Luke Skywalker as an attempt to rescue the child of the Jedi hero Anakin Skywalker, who'd been a great friend and one of the only Jedi to remain loyal to Palpatine in the final days of the Clone War. Given Palpatine's love for Anakin, Klick believed the Emperor wanted to save Luke from the evils of the rebellion. The holo recording showed that in the Death Star's throne room, as Luke was finally brought before Palpatine, the way in which the Emperor described his great love for Anakin and saw him as his greatest protege supposedly caused Vader to snap. But it wasn't until Palpatine declared Luke to be a successor, the new Emperor that would have been filled by Luke's father Anakin had he survived, that Vader revealed his murderous plot. As Klick understood it, it was at that moment when Luke was made Palpatine's successor when Vader attacked his master in a mindless fury, descending upon the helpless Emperor. Even more, Vader tried to recruit Luke to take part in his treason, attempting to bend him towards his evil machinations. However, it was seeing Palpatine mortally wounded that also caused Luke to snap, forcing him to rise up against the seemingly unbeatable Vader. The final scene of the holo recording showed Luke striking down the cowardly assassin, with Klick recognizing Luke avenged the great man who led the Empire for decades. Klick knew that what he saw was a dramatic reenactment of the events at Endor, but they still had a profound impact upon the clone, revealing a great truth that the rest of the galaxy needed to know. Therefore, in the eyes of Klick, Vader turned out to be nothing more than a cowardly assassin who couldn't handle Palpatine's decision to reject him as successor to the Empire, a belief that made Klick hate Vader. Thus, although Luke went back to the rebellion, Klick thought that this was due to his own grief and guilt in failing to save Palpatine, and the clone would do everything he could to put the true successor of the Empire back on the throne. So there we have it, how a clone trooper came to despise Vader after the Battle of Endor. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... for Klick.